Ignore that. Away from there we go. Alright. They're off. Tiny bit of a delay starting, but we run in-game time for this, so there's not gonna be a huge issue with this. Start off, all we really had to do is head over, press this button. It's a little lag on Chockrit's screen, but it should be over. Might have been just to make it more, like, lined up. So here we are in level 1. You're going to see they run around, just turn around real quick, jump up, and they're going to be collecting 2 different yarn. We use these to make a bunch of different hats. 80% doesn't do too much. We just use, the first one we're going to make is probably the most important. It's a sprint hat. We just use it to go fast. We can use some exploits to do some stuff we weren't meant to. It's the most important, running the hat. Chockrit messed up his jump by accident, fell down. A little unfortunate, but it's only the first level in the run. So the next level we're going to be doing is not level 2, we're going to be doing level 3, taking from outer space first. This level just has a good amount of yarn just lying around for us to collect. This way we can make another hat right away, and it'll be used to speed up level 2. It's a couple seconds faster in the end. I'm going to head up here. That umbrella is really annoying to get on top of. So what you saw Headstrong do, you're about to see Chockrit do, is a ticket dupe. For some reason, if you take damage and you collect a ticket while in invincibility frames, you will just get 2 of them. We'll see this one more time in the run. Unfortunately, it only works for tickets and your rift tokens, which aren't really useful for speedrunning in general. It doesn't work for anything else, otherwise it would be massively abused. John misses the jump up to the top mafia guy. It's an annoying jump to make, but it could be worse. Mistakes. Both struggled a little bit to get up there. You see Chockrit made the brewing hat there. That's what we're going to use to speed up the next 2 levels quite a bit. Next level not so much, but the one after that's pretty big. This part is sort of like an auto-scroller. We used to have to wait for this mafia guy wherever he decides to go and just scare him. The Ponzi drops here are pretty much RNG. It can be anywhere from 3 to 5. And it just determines how many extras you'll need to grab later on, but it's nothing too massive that you need to actually like worry about it. Oh, I never made the brewing hat earlier. That must have been a mistake, probably, but we found time to do it, so that's fine. So the next level we're doing barrel battle. Is barrel battle? Blah, talking's hard. In this level there is some, well, it's another almost auto-scroller like. That's one point. I'll talk more about that when we get there. So we're just gonna head over to the fight as quick as we can. Really not a whole lot to do this part. And this fight, this is what we need the brewer hat. We don't need the brewer hat, but that's what we use it for. It's faster to kill these guys with a brewer in 4 hits instead of the normal 6. And after the first 2 guys, they get this red barrier, so you can't swing them. You'd have to like just jump and hit their head. And it's a lot faster to use the brewer for that instead of just jumping on them. As you can see, Headstrong, we jump on one of them just because that's a tiny bit quicker than actually charging the brewer, and we want to charge for the next guy anyways. But aside from that, we want to try and avoid swinging at them. I mean, homing attacking them.
Do not think about avoiding barrels.
So this is the part that's pretty much auto-scroller like, there's not much to say. This is sort of like a safety spot, but it's not really too important. You just avoid barrels, don't get hit, wait for this guy to jump down so you can kill him.
See if girl can handle this barrel.
Alright, the Chockrit's just finishing up the fight right now. Just more brewing, brewer potions, more swings. And now the level's over for Chockrit. Just grabs the timepiece and moves on. Same thing for Headstrong. So most cutscenes in this game are skipped just from an in-game option that's skip all skippable cutscenes. Unfortunately, the one after Barrel Battle is not considered a skippable cutscene, so we generally have to watch it. However, we already have the timepiece. We don't care about the rest of the level. We can just go back to Hub since we can open the menu during it. I should probably. Alright, so what we're really going to be doing here is just getting entrance to Mafia HQ. There's two buttons here. We'll stand on one, Mustache will stand on the other. There are other ways to have the other button pressed, but none of them are faster than just killing the Mafia and having Mustache walk over. So the intended way to do this is to just go all the way over the other side, and then run all the way across the roof, grab this, and then jump down. You don't like walking all across rooms multiple times, so we're just going to don't want a chair. Same difference, I think. Showing ahead here. Do this vent, and we're about to do a fight skip. What happens when you walk towards the Mafia boss, it sort of zooms in on him, and then there's a fight with two other Mafia guys. It's a quick fight, but it's quicker still to just jump on top of door frames and jump over it all. So both runners get this, and now we're entering the first real boss fight, unless one count Barrel Battle as a boss fight, but it really isn't. This is one of the major instances of RNG. I think I don't know what the most is, but this is pretty. 15 seconds can be lost here due to RNG. The sandbag attack that both runners just got loses about 6.5 seconds each time you get it. So, and you can get it either once or twice per phase. So if you see Chockrit got it twice. I think Headstrong also got it twice, which is a little unfortunate, but it's 100% RNG, you can't do anything about it. There is another attack you can do where he screams, not what he does in between phases, something different that loses about 1.5 seconds each time. So overall it's about 15 seconds. Those numbers are a bit rough, but around 15 seconds is what you lose towards the best. Chockrit had 4 sandbags, while it looks like Headstrong had 3, so she may be ahead after this. So what just happened, Mafia boss quick kill, it's the biggest reason we get the brewing cap overall. What we do is we make the Mafia boss on the left, we go to the right, and when he like swings at you, just like knock you away, the brewer clips into him or something, he falls out of the stage and dies. I don't know too much about it, that's what I was told happens. At the end of after we get the kill, for however that ends up working, there is a small skippable cutscene, just like in Barrel Battle. We go back to Hub 4. I think it's like 3 seconds or something like that. It's not the end of the world if you don't do it, but it's more time saved. Here there may be a slight route difference. It depends on what each runner decides to do. Yeah, so you can see Headstrong is heading towards the sewer time rift, while Chockrit is doing Golden Vault. I want to talk about the trick that Chockrit just did. He's doing a trick called Double Dupe, where we dupe 2 tickets. He just did one by doing a fairly specific jump, and he's about to do another one right here. Dupe another one right here. So he grabs all 4 tickets, gets all 4 tickets while only actually getting 2. Just the other 2 tickets are kind of out of the way, especially one in particular. So nice to be able to dupe them both. All right. Won't be able to tell who's going to until afterwards, but now each one is going to do the level that the other just finished. So Chockrit is now going to do Time Rift, and Headstrong is going to do Golden Vault now. My mic should be on. Is there a problem? Yeah, my mic's on. Okay, I don't know what that was. My mic's been on this entire time. I actually didn't do anything. Somebody. Oh, did it? My mic's head isn't exactly perfect. I apologize for that. I can't tell you when anything happens. If my mic does have issues, I don't know how to fix it. Just say in chat if something happens, I can unplug it. Aside from that, I can try something, but anyways. Enough about that, back to the game. So, They both manage to finish. They do a second death warp, and now they are off to the final level, Mafia Town for now. We will come back, but that's going to be towards the end of the run, just because we're kind of broke from spending all 100 on heating up. Now we have like 20, and we need 50 to do both of the 2 levels we have left. So, let's just one more time rift real quick. This one's kind of, just the very end is sort of based off a cycle, but this one's not too bad. This is one of the more optimized levels, just because there's not a lot to do. People just go for optimized movement. Alright, so you see Headstrong talks to Cooking Cat right there to get another part of the relic that you need to make the relic to unlock the level. Internet's buffering. Alright, we're good. And then we do that, then we head over to chapter 3. We would head to chapter 2, but I mean, we don't have exactly pawns right now, and we need a good amount to do that. Plus we needed another item we get in the subcon chapter, which is probably a bit better. I mean, we get an item we get in subcon forest. We can't do one of the levels, so instead of going chapter 2, then chapter 3, back to 2, we just go to chapter 3 first. So this trick they're doing right now is that Hedgehog, I saw Hedgehog try it, I didn't get it. Chockrit's trying it now. It's called Bag Skip. It's probably the hardest trick in the run. You have to land on that branch, jump, and then just land on some pretty small branches, and just try and then do, it's called a sprint double jump. You let go of sprint and then jump within a couple frames. If you do that, then you can land on the branch that Chockrit is aiming for. He gets it, and then you can jump over. And that way you skip the entire cutscene that Headstrong just did. Overall, it saves 30 seconds. You lose roughly 20 for making it. I think because Headstrong tried it, she did lose that time that Chockrit did gain from getting it. So right now, you can see they took some damage. Everything that Headstrong took is just from fall damage, but Chockrit took some damage from the cherry he used to destroy the ice block. But they do take more intentional damage. This is just so they can set up another death warp. It's a little different from the ones we saw in heating up. We're not doing this to get the other parts of the same level quicker. We're doing this after so that we can grab the timepiece, die, and respawn in the same level. Chockrit didn't save any time over not doing it, but he did save time over Headstrong because she still attempted it. It would have been the same time difference between the two of them if Chockrit got it first try and Headstrong didn't try at all. Alright, so Chockrit is in the lead right now, but he did do Cherry Death and Headstrong didn't. So it depends on how they set it up. Timing may work out so Headstrong's in the lead. It's hard to say exactly. But it does look good enough so that Chockrit isn't first right now though. It's kind of hard to tell. So you can see in Chockrit's screen, he just got rid of some more firewalls. This is just so we can activate some more levels later on that are on the other side of that wall. That doesn't have anything really to do with this level, but it's something for later on. Didn't mention, but the paintings in CO that they did was just to get rid of the firewalls on the right side. These got rid of the ones on the left of where you spawn. So Chockrit had a little bit of trouble getting those yarn, but he's having a little trouble in this level altogether, actually. They both got it, though. So now they're doing Subcon well. This is where you get the hook shot, and this is the item that we need to do one of the levels in Chapter 2 that we'll be doing. It's basically just a hook shot. You use it to swing around. Yeah, this is a close race so far. I'm gonna be grabbing more yarn, and we'll be moving on. Part after this is a pretty heavy, like, hook shot platforming section. Just use it to get used to the hook shot when you first start. We're gonna just jump across a lot. Skip most of them. We only need to hit 3 hook shots. Yeah, they're still only a couple of seconds apart. They're done all the same levels. I'm gonna wait to change the thingy after the once I get the timepiece. It's a little bit more than 5 seconds because Chockrit has to do another telescope animation. Actually, it's going to be more like 11-12 seconds because Headstrong can actually exit the hub. If you don't do bag skip, you have this contract complete screen that shows up. As you can see, Chockrit doesn't have it because he got bag skip. If you have that up, you can move with it if you use keyboard, and then go back to hub. It saves the entire grabbing timepiece animation. Alright. So next level we used to do was Vanessa's Manor. However, with recent discoveries, we found... Actually, looks like Headstrong's still doing that first. It is technically faster to do mail delivery first, so you can grab a different contract. But if you're not used to that, I mean, looks like Chockrit's going for it. They should still be doing the same levels overall. Looks like they're just doing them in a different order. So as you can see, Headstrong's going to go into this bag to grab another contract. We'll be getting the toilet contract, which was something we usually never got in the 80% route. I believe Chockrit will be grabbing it in this level as well. Just depends on where you grab it. It's technically, like I said, faster to get it here, like Chockrit's doing, because Manor is closer to the toilet spawn point, but... We'll see. Realistically, like, what Chockrit's doing is about 3-second time difference. Any level routing he wants to do after this is really his choice. So it'll be for mail delivery, what Chockrit's doing. We'll want to set up the same thing that we saw Headstrong doing. The only difference is you really don't have much time, so you have to grab the timepiece before the contract pops up. Chockrit missed it, but if he was able to grab the timepiece in that few seconds he had to move, he could have went back to hub instead of watching the whole thing. Headstrong here is about to do a pretty big skip. However, this one's intentional. The devs put this one in on purpose. I don't know the reason. I'm not going to pretend to. But there's a hole right there you can just crawl through. It saves a whole lot of time over doing this level normally. Alright, so Chockrit is loading into Toilet of Doom. He could go and do Manor now, the level Headstrong's just finishing up. That's what I personally do for literally no reason. But Chockrit is doing Toilet. So, if you can get past the Spirit, which is the hardest part of the level. Mail delivery takes off your hook shot. You hit to put that back on real quick. So now he's at Toilet. What he's going to do is while he's underground, he's going to change his environmental detail setting. And then unpause the game right away. And that's what traps Toilet the toilet underground where he just dies. And from here you can grab the timepiece. And he's welcome to go back to hub if he wants. I don't know why he isn't, personally. We're about to see Headstrong do the same level. And then you just change setting. Ooh, she gonna change it back? She can... I don't know what happened. Looked like she... There was a little bit more lag from when she did that, or she just didn't unpause. I don't really know. But either way, they both get the quick kill. Good, because missing it, you guys have to kill yourself and try again, or just wait for him to go underground again. Either way, it's quite a bit time loss. That's still a very new strat, so I don't know if it's been timed how long it takes you lose if you miss it. So, right now, Chockrit is going to be doing Queen Vanessa's Manor. That's the level that Headstrong had done earlier, where she got the toilet contract. Headstrong's now going to be doing some time rifts here. Like I said, the levels you do in Subcon Forest, the order really doesn't matter. So, Headstrong's now doing the pipe time rift. This one has a kind of tight. It looks like she missed it. It's a first cycle you can get, but it's on the more lenient side for first cycles, but it's still kind of tight. It looked more like that was a second cycle right there. For the most part, this isn't really a hard level though. One thing I may not have mentioned earlier about Manor, if you saw Chockrit doing it, he jumped on a door frame and jumped over a cutscene. It saves a couple seconds over just zooming in on the box with the timepiece. So now, I don't know what they're going to do next. My guess is that Headstrong is going to do the other time rift. Chockrit may do the finale of this level, or he may do the other time rift. One of the time rifts. I don't know. The routing's pretty open here. You can do any of these levels in any order, really. Yes, Chockrit's now going to do the time rift that Headstrong just did. Headstrong's now doing the other time rift. So the time rift that Headstrong is heading to is it's one of my more enjoyed time rifts. I don't know why. It's just fun. It's annoying when you mess up though, because there's 3 checkpoints and they're kind of far apart, but usually it's not that bad to do it without dying. Except for one part at the end I'll talk about when I get there. This entry, there's like 7 ways to do it. That's what Headstrong's doing is probably one of the, I don't call it easier ways, because it's still not easy. But it's one of the ways that is easier than a lot of other ways. You could do 2 max height double jumps, but those are annoying. You could do a lot more specific jumps. Those are annoying. That spider bounce off the single spider is probably the more consistent, fast way. Or you could just jump on all 3 like she ended up doing. So this time rift Headstrong's in really doesn't have much of a cycle. The only thing that there is this one spinning block. If you go fast enough, you can jump on that peg that she just passed and just make that jump a little faster. But it's not that important. The only real trick to Village is coming up. Instead of going around this entire thing, we can just jump on the bell and reach the timepiece. You don't need to hit the bell, as you see Headstrong didn't even hit the floor and still grabbed it. But if you don't do like max height jumps, you'll land on the platform if you hit it. Just makes it a little safer if you hit the platform. Some people don't because it still is slower because you have to actually hit it. But it's not all that much. I think it's like half a second to a second optimally. Now we have Chockrit heading to Village. The timer of Headstrong just finished, and Headstrong is doing mail delivery service, the level Chockrit did a lot earlier. And one thing I didn't mention about mail delivery, this is like the only level on the run that everyone will tend to use keyboard and mouse for. This is just because the controller controls are a little messed up. The controls are, aiming is generally inverted, and I don't play controller, I don't know what else it is. There's one other thing. Oh yeah, aiming is just slower on controller. Because mouse, you just literally, you just move over. You have to wait for the cursor to move at whatever speed it's set to on controller. So most people just play KBM on this level. Chockrit is having some unfortunate difficulties with Village. Those platforms don't cooperate, honestly. Like, if you don't like hit them at just the right angle, you won't climb them, and I don't know what causes it. Like, it's a point where I know like where to aim, where not to, but it's just annoying. So Headstrong is now entering what is the best level in the game, and I'm very happy it's now in 90%, the Snatcher boss fight. We do skip some of the good parts just because speedrunning, but it's still a good fight. So you're normally not supposed to be able to hit him here, but a little part of him hits out so that you can still hit him. I don't know exactly what, something with the hitbox. I'm not a tech person. But as you can see, we're just sort of smacking him quite a bit. He actually can't really die until you hit him with the with a certain potion when he's supposed to be able to take damage. So we're just gonna hit him until he's one hit away, and then we're just gonna kill him. We do. I'm not an expert on this fight. What I believe is we actually hit him more than we need to, but because each time we hit him, it does advance the text box a little bit and skips more of the fight. We just hit him until he's at the part where he gives us the potion. Okay, well, I stand corrected. You can kill him before the blue potion. However, it takes a very long time, and you still have luck if you do, so it's not worth it. So let's contract while Chockrit's doing his kill, which can be kind of specific. As you can see, he's struggling a tiny bit to get some hits. The angle has to be sort of right. That right there on the Headstrong screen, that's the best part of this level. Just an entire contract. So Chockrit's just waiting for his potion to come while Headstrong is getting the timepiece. Alright, it looks like Headstrong's lead grew quite a bit. A lot of this time looks like it's just from Chockrit messing up Village, but there were some other small things here and there. Alright, so now we're done with Mafia Town. We're going to be heading over to Chapter 2 now that we have our hookshot. First thing we're going to do though is we're going to make our cheeseburger relic. This is going to spawn an extra level in Mafia Town that we're going to use to finish the game. So now that that's built, we're heading over to Chapter 2 now. So because we did Toilet and Snatcher, we actually are able to take out, and because we're also going to do that new level in Mafia Town with the relic, we can take out Big Parade, Moon, and the award ceremony, which is good because, well, award ceremony and Moon were pretty quick, but Parade was just such a long level. It was really annoying. Because of that, we don't need the 150 pawns to buy Parade, and that just makes the pawn routing so much better. Now we just need 80 pawns for 30 for Train Rush, 50 for just cheating the race, and the 50 to buy the relic. But aside from that, we're going to care a lot less about pawns at this point. This whole level that Headstrong's doing is like a stealth mission. You want to avoid like the red vision sight. I don't know what you want to call it. that you see all these owls and penguins have. If you see that, it's going to count as if you fell off the map, and you'll go back to the last checkpoint. This one that Headstrong's approaching right after this jump, he will catch you instantly. Some of them you have some leeway. You can sort of jump through some of them and they won't catch you. That one's going to catch you instantly if he sees you. So you can see the time difference here. Headstrong's just about to finish up the Dead Bird Studio while Chockrit's just entering it. Yeah, alright. So as I said, most birds here are pretty lenient. You can run through most of them. The one that Chockrit just passed is another one though that will catch you instantly. But as you can see, he just ran right through that bird. Nothing happened. It's only those two really that I mentioned that are just painful to run through. So next, Headstrong's doing Murder on the Owl Express. This is like sort of like a murder mystery sort of level. We're gonna just run through the train and do our hacked thing. And when we eventually we're gonna find that there has been a murder committed, and it's gonna be our job to figure out who did it. So we're supposed to run around the whole train, go to like every single room, collect clues, and decide who did it. We don't want to do any of that. We're gonna do a pretty big skip coming up, and just go straight to the end, pretty much. So here's the murder. Wait, was this actually based off of a movie? I have absolutely no idea. But here's that skip I was talking about. We just go on a bookcase, do a good double jump wall climb, and we can make it to this button. Normally you'd have to go through like 7 different rooms, get like 5 keys or something like that, and it's a lot. So we're not. Because that skip, the game tries to play an extra cutscene that was supposed to happen, but it didn't. So it'll just sort of teleport you back after a couple seconds in this first room. We're just gonna do another good double jump wall climb to skip this. Skip all those rooms that lead to that button. We need to actually hit that button, otherwise there is a invisible wall that prevents you from reaching this door. And once we just leave that one door, the level's over. We didn't actually collect any of the clues though, so the game just gives us one. It's actually an achievement to do that, so it's not like something we're breaking the game. So Chockrit, as you can see, he's about to do the same skip where he hits the button. So like I said, you go through this door. It will teleport you back after a bit. It actually is possible to make it to the door without being teleported back, but it's if you make like 3 frames of mistakes or something like that, you won't make it. So it's no surprise if you don't make it. Next level we'll be doing, Headstrong is Picture Perfect. This level we're just trying to become a diva, get as many fans as we can. That's a pretty tight jump right there. You have to angle yourself so you don't hit the go too far left, otherwise you just won't make it like what just happened. If you go too far right, you'll bonk. Or like you won't be able to wall climb, something like that. It's just annoying. So that's really a kind of tight jump, but aside from that, Picture Perfect isn't too hard of a level. As you can see, we got a lot of pawns. Each of these camera guys gives you like 5 or 6 or something. And because we need less pawns as it is, Headstrong already has 3 more pawns than she'll need for the rest of the run. that was an annoying bonk right there. Just root for a tie. That's likely to happen, right? Alright, so you technically can do murder on the AliExpress and picture perfect in either order, but pretty much everyone does murder first. I don't know if there's an actual reason for that, but it is. So these next 2 levels for Headstrong you also can do in any order, Gallery and AliExpress Time Rift. I'm terribly sorry about that. Some stuff popped up for a second. Alright, so let me just try and figure out what happened while I was gone. So, it looks like Headstrong finished Gallery. Sorry, I couldn't say anything about that. Looks like Chockrit's doing AliExpress first, though, so I should be able to talk about that when he does it. But right now, like I said, both runners are going to be doing the AliExpress Time Rift. And this, I'm pretty sure, is the most cycle-based rift in the game. Chockrit misses the first jump. So, missing that one jump costs multiple seconds. Headstrong has the best colors in hat right now, by the way. So, alright, Chockrit makes it the second time, but oh no, those spinning platforms are really annoying. So both runners did mess up AliExpress, unfortunately, so I can't say what the fast cycle is, but basically it looks like what's happening on Chockrit's screen, except there would be a cog. Oh god. Ugh. AliExpress is just not being nice today. This is one of the harder levels in the run. For me, it's the hardest. I've been getting it done consistently, but it's still a hard level. Headstrong might fight me on that one. Go for it. I reset on more levels, but this is my hardest level. The level that I've had struggled with the most. I don't even know who's had a worse AliExpress at this point. Probably Headstrong. Never mind. I can't tell you anymore. These are both pretty bad. But that cog right there that Chockrit was standing on, if you make the first cycle, you can actually get one just as it goes up. Alright, if you get first cycle, this is what it's supposed to look like on Headstrong's stream. Let's see if it actually counts. Yeah, this is what the first fast cycle AliExpress is supposed to look like, if you actually get it. However, if you make mistakes, you'll end up doing what Chockrit does. Oh.
after checking it out. Did you pick up? And what did you do with the Nancy? Sitting the night, but they weren't. I couldn't find them. I'll just sit in my chair.
So now Headstrong's doing the train rush level. This is what we needed the bookshop for from we got Subcon Well. We only really needed it for the very beginning, but there's one part coming up here, another part later, where it's technically needed. So Chockrit's just waiting for this Owl Express to actually finish. He's had such bad luck with this level. Headstrong just pressing buttons. This room right here is probably the hardest room for train rush, at least for me. Just because it's a lot of tight movement and there's lava all over the place. If you fall in the lava at all, it's just really annoying. It takes a couple seconds to get back up. John does it very well though.
1 minute and 20 seconds until self-destruct.
Alright, so Chockrit is now doing gallery. So I didn't see Headstrong do this, but what's happening on Chockrit's screen? Wait. I don't know what just happened, but anyways, so what he just did there was he just triggered that checkpoint from below instead of just climbing, running all the way around and climbing. Saves a couple of seconds. There is a way to make the wall climb and not need to fall, but it's kind of hard. We're just gonna head over, jump on the spider, and run to the end. So Headstrong now is doing the last new level. After this, it's the same as the old route. This is a purple time rift, or pink, depending what you want to call it. This has these rift tokens. You need to collect a certain amount to move on to the next room. Sometimes you can collect more in a room than you need, so you can collect less in future rooms. This one we're going to collect exactly how much we need, just because it's the first one. They're all pretty quick. There is technically a faster way if you kill both Mafia guys instead of killing the one, but it's like a second faster. I find it quite a lot bit harder, so. This room Headstrong's in now is kind of hard because these things will hit you, and it's just, if you miss one of them, you have to chase them, and it's highly annoying. Personally find it easier than this last room, but I think technically it is harder. To finish this level up, we're just going to hit the rift twice with the brewer, and that way it will end. Sorry, I'm a little distracted right now. Hit the thing twice with the brewer instead of hitting it 4 times with your umbrella. While Chockrit's quickly finishing up Train Rush, he's in the last room. Headstrong's doing the last level of Mafia Town, cheating the race. This level is definitely kind of tight, but as you get used to it, it doesn't become that hard. For beginners, it is definitely one of the hardest levels, though. You're supposed to have a hat that slows time down, so you can just keep running while he's slowed down, almost stopped. We don't really have that though, so we're not. It really takes a long time to get. It requires 24 yarn. We grab, I don't know, 8 or 14 yarn in this run. So we're just a bit short of getting it in the first place. So like I said, we're not going to get it. With some nice movement, you can just make it. That was a bit of a close one. You can also go forward and like follow the Mafia guy. I think that requires definitely a bit more specific movement, but you can make some mistakes both ways and get it. Sean's heading to the last level, the mailroom time rift, while Chockrit finishes up. He just finished up Battle of the Birds and is moving on to Mafia of Cook's time rift now. So let's talk about that. Headstrong's on. It's not a hard level exactly, but these birds are the second worst enemy in the game. Is highly annoying. If they hit you once, there is a like 90% chance you're falling off the edge. If they hit you once, it's very easy for them to hit you again before you can even stand up. So Headstrong manages to avoid them all and get the timepiece done. There are some faster ways to do that level, but she messed up the first jump, so I don't know if she just didn't want to make the cycle or if she shouldn't feel comfortable with it, with the shot in general. I don't do it, personally.
Here we go!
But now Headstrong has 25 timepieces. She can now enter finale. Just have to do a quick mustache gold cutscene and then it's off to finale. Fun fact, Mustache Girl can't climb ladders. I'm almost positive it's because she doesn't have a hat. So you're supposed to need the Dweller Mask to even like reach finale, but that requires 12 more yarn that we still don't have. So we're just going to jump over this fence. It's actually faster to just jump over than to actually hit all the buttons anyways, so. We're also supposed to actually need the Dweller Mask to finish finale, but like, again, we don't have it, and we're not going to get it because it takes way too long. So we're just going to yeah, just run around and get it. I'm just gonna find a way around it. This coming up is probably the biggest skip in the run. There's a little hole right there that you can sort of just slide through. And you can just get outside the map, reach the roof. I don't know what Chockrit's doing. I can't do anything about those dogs, I'm sorry, if you can hear them. To see what Chockrit just did, that's sort of like a bit of a faster strat that you can do over what Headstrong did. Anyways, for the finale skip, what you see Headstrong doing, there's really 2, maybe 3 ways to go around it. You can either, once you get on top of here, you can go to the very top and just dive boost across, which is the slowest way to do it. Or you can do these slides that you see Headstrong doing, which is the fastest. However, there are 2 holes and like an invisible gap, 2 walls and an invisible hole. There is a way to continue sliding past them, but the easier way is to do these safe slides where you just get up, go past the hole, slide it again, get up, go past the wall and the hole. If I said hole the first time I meant wall, I'm talking hard. And just going past it. Then once you're past all that, you just get up, go to the end. We need to warp back and bounce real quick, because we can't exactly fight like this. So we're just going to jump on these conveniently out of bounds time pieces, hit that conveniently out of bounds cutscene, and do the fight. Chockrit's doing his doing CTR. Alright, he gets it. One thing I should mention, if you die in this first phase here, you will sort of be soft locked. It'll send you to a checkpoint where you can't continue because you can't go back to do the slides again, and you can't go forward because that's where the dweller wall is that you can't pass. But once you make it past this point, there is a checkpoint that triggers so that whenever you die, you will respawn at this stage of the fight coming up. You'll respawn at this point, so there is no risk for missing this for dying. Well, aside from the time loss of actually dying, but Headstrong, Chockrit's about to enter finale himself. So this fight is the end of you can't do anything about it. Alright, this window, my window's closed. I don't know what to do. Move over again. Alright, I'm away from the window. This is the best I can do. So this phase that Headstrong's in right now, it's cherry phase. The amount of cherries that you need to actually get past this is complete RNG. It can be anywhere from 1 cherry to 4 cherries, assuming you hit every hit. 1 cherry is the best, 4 is the worst. But it's just... It's complete RNG. I don't know how much time loss it is. I heard 6 seconds per shield, but I don't know if that's accurate or not. And this is just finale stuff that can happen. If she's doing the laser attack and they throw the cherry right at the center, it'll just bounce off her. It's really annoying. Alright, so Headstrong's now done with cherry phase, which means that she's now in final phase. Everyone's just killed themselves to give you hard pawns, so you can't die. We can see Chockrit real quick doing his slides. It looks like Chockrit's doing the full slides where you just go around the walls instead of getting up. Finale is a weird level. I don't know how any of this works. So we're just gonna do final phase, and then Headstrong's gonna be done. Yeah, as you can see, even if Headstrong does get hit, it just helps just replenishes instantly. The only real way to die is if you're using the one-hit badge. Look at that Chockrit barely got that cutscene trigger. And Headstrong is about to finish. And that's Headstrong's run. And Chockrit's time has already passed, so she is the winner.
Lost!
Waiting for me to join for an interview now.
Hello.
Hello. I want to say good run, but I don't feel like lying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. Like, that run was absolute 100%, 1000% trash. I don't know what was happening. Like, so I missed the SDJ somehow. I like didn't get enough distance to like climb up the wall in the rift, and then
I find it hard to get that if you go to the right side. I always just go straight for the first straight ahead platform.
I didn't do it any differently than I've ever done it, and I've never messed it up that many times in a row. Aside from like the first time I learned that strat, like I honestly have no idea how I messed that up, but it put me 3 minutes behind, and I honestly just felt like quitting and going and getting food and studying because that's what I need to do.
I saw like in gallery you were debating it.
Yeah, I was really well. No, someone knocked on my door.
Oh, okay.
Because I was yelling and screaming at myself for being a damn idiot, and yeah, I got a noise complaint for that, so that's fun. Yeah.
Congratulations, Headstrong, by the way.
Thank you. I heard that you had issues in the same rift as I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you? I had more though. I had,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, no.
I had 3 minutes of issue.
Yeah, I went to do. I got the jump across, and then I messed up my timing on the spinning platforms and fell down, and then I kept missing the jump across, and then I died at near the end, so I had to go all the way back.
You know,
What
I was
your
watching
final-
that. I
what
was
your
watching
IL
like
time
who.
there?
Hmm?
What was your IL time there? Sorry.
I don't remember. I was
Okay.
frustrated with it, but then people kept saying that you were ahead. I was like, how? Saying that I was ahead. I was like, how am I still ahead?
Yeah, because I'm doing the exact same thing and worse. I spent 4 minutes in that rift on a 1 minute rift.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm watching you guys play. I'm just in, like, I can't say who's having a worse time here. And then Headstrong finally finishes like, okay, I guess that answers that.
Also, I died like early on in heating up Mafia Town. I didn't
that
make
was
it
awful.
To the, I
Yeah.
didn't make it to the third nozzle. I
Oh.
died because I missed the first damage, and then I tried the dive rollout backup strat, and I didn't tech the landing, so I fell in the lava.
I was wondering why we were so close. Everyone kept saying we were close. I was like, I had like the worst Mafia Town I've had in a while.
Yeah, it was still 5 seconds apart and still gone well.
Yeah, it was.
Because
And
I-
then, Village happened.
Yeah,
I
it was a good race until stupid shit.
I failed a bunch and she came from outer space.
Oh, that was awful too.
I fell down. I bonked on the wall after getting the yarn just before going up to the Mafia guy. I bonked on the wall climbing up there, and then I couldn't get back up, and I was spending forever trying to get back up.
I was only 5 seconds ahead at the end of that, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, because you messed up Welcome Mafia Town and Outer Space a tiny bit.
Yeah, this run, honestly, because you're running Jack, and I'm speed running my degree, you know,
Yeah.
that thing. So like neither of us are putting time into this game outside of the tourney.
Yeah,
So,
I really only play the game on the days that I'm gonna have a race. I practice a bunch before and hope it goes well.
And I'm gonna be double honest here. I literally just woke up, and the first time that I played the game in like 2 weeks was yesterday. So.
And I've been streaming for 12 hours now.
Oh, that's
Heck
nice.
Oh gosh, what even else went wrong? I almost missed the toilet, dude, because I tried to pause on pause to get the like contract back to hub or whatever.
Oh yeah,
And I messed up the timing, so it didn't look like I grabbed the timepiece.
but you
Then
did, yeah.
and I soft locked on the pause menu. I couldn't unpause.
Oh, that's not a soft lock.
That just happens.
That happens with that specific timepiece. If you're inside that timepiece, you can still do the
It's
menu.
weird.
You just can't
It's weird.
unpause.
Well, no, I was worried that I didn't grab the timepiece. That's what I was worried about.
If your timer turns green, that means you got it.
I couldn't. I wasn't looking. I was trying to.
If you can't unpause, that means you got it.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, specifically with toilet, for whatever reason, we found this out for ATP a long time ago. That specific timepiece, if you're inside of it for the contract, you can't unpause, and it just looks frozen, but it still works. You just have to. You can still do the menu and everything. That's just what it looks like.
That's good to know.
You just can't back out of the menu.
Yeah, I thought
Chockrit.
I'd soft locked or something. So yeah, that's good to know. But either way, I hadn't seen that before, so I was like freaking out. I'm like, did I just screw up? And then I got back to the hub, and he gave me the check mark in the menu. So I'm like, okay, I must have gotten credit for it somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, when I first got that on accident ATP, everyone thought it was broken, and then I noticed I could still menu, and it's like, I'm gonna try and menu, and it worked.
What else was stupid?
We both failed back skip.
Yeah, I got it.
Chockrit got a second try.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot and I can't land on that tree. Like
Same.
that
That's the
tree
hardest
gives
part
me-
of it.
That tree gives me more trouble than the actual jump,
It does.
which is stupid.
See, I got the jump, and I didn't get enough height, so I was just barely under it, and so I fell down and just went into the bag.
Yeah, I was a tiny bit ahead because I did actually get it, but I didn't. I only had like half an attempt, but it was like
Yeah.
second try.
But then I saved a little bit of time because I got the thing at the end of the well.
you got the thing at the end of the well. You got the contract exit. The one other thing that I messed up that was really terrible was the beginning of Village. I like messed up my first input. I like tried to. What I do is I run forward a little bit and I dive roll out to hit the bell at the very beginning. But then I just like didn't dive, so I just jumped and I almost jumped over, and then all of my cycles were screwed. So just that first pile of spinning platforms, I could not get up for the life of me, which I did in my other race too, which is a surprise.
For me, I bonked right at the start of pipe. I went to do a dive boost and I bonked into the platform in front of me and just took the platform down and lost all the cycles in pipe.
Oh heck yeah!
And with Village, I missed the spider bounce once, and so I was like, screw it. And just went and climbed all the spiders and jumped across casually.
Oh, is that what you did?
Yeah. I had a really good run in the middle, though. I golded like 3 splits randomly. It was bringing it back down. I got it down, at least the splits I was compared against, down to +6, and then I ended +2 minutes anyway.
It's hilarious.
Oh, picture perfect.
Oh yeah,
Right.
I saw you fell on Picture Perfect trying to get up the side, but then
I bonked on it, and then I couldn't get up. And then there was another spot that I fell to. Yeah, because I got the first jump up to the first the first yarn.
Up to the yarn camera.
Yeah,
right?
I got stuck against the wall and it kicked down.
Yeah, that happens if you're too far.
Yeah, too far to the right.
Yeah, it's like too far to the right because you get stuck under the piano, but you also can be too far to the left and get stuck under the railing.
Yep.
Dumb.
Yeah. So I got stuck there, and then I failed getting up on the statue, and then I got a really long time for it to calculate that I had the ending.
What makes it last so long sometimes? I don't even know.
I have no idea. I've never seen it do that with the Shroud.
So sometimes just the way that the thing ticks up. If you grab just from like old science, like because it like slowly ticks up, and then there's like a velocity, and it like slows down, right?
So because I bonked it, probably.
Well, no, it's just like if you get too quickly in succession, then the point counter doesn't go up properly, or something like that.
Because it was definitely too slow for this. I feel like
it's a weird thing where the counter is like also slightly RNG. Where like if you stop the counter or reset the counter by getting another thing at a different time, then the counter goes up by a different amount. It's like really weird.
Yeah, because it was just right at the last one. I bonked, I fell, I climbed back up, I hit it, and I had to like sit there and wait forever for it like we used to. And I was like, this should never happen here.
The only thing I could think of is that you might have missed the very first group of guys at the very beginning.
No, I didn't miss them.
You didn't miss them? Then I have no idea.
I waited for it to count up.
It's funny.
Well, congratulations on your win, Headstrong. Good luck on your future matches. Good luck.
Thank you.
School, Chockrit.
Yeah, I was close to forfeiting the tournament anyways because I had to reschedule 3 times, and my finals, my professor decided, oh yeah, so that final that we're supposed to have Wednesday the 13th, which is a week from tomorrow, that final's now tomorrow. So I'm going to peace off and go study.
All right.
And
good luck with that.
Have a good sleep. Peace out, chat. Have a good day. Check out Speed Gaming and check out the Boop Troop Discord.
See you, everybody.